All right, so today we've got a little bit of a different video. It's kind of an Ask Me Anything. I put out some messages on Twitter and YouTube to ask me whatever questions you had, and you guys came back with quite a few questions. So we're going to talk about this, and you're going to learn a little bit about who I am today. As well as that, we're finally going to talk about the gear and where to get it and what is special about the gear and what we're going to be doing a little bit different on it. And also, we hit 5,000 subscribers, so thank you to each and every one of you. You guys are extremely engaged on Twitter, on YouTube, just responding and showing your love to everything that I'm putting out, and that's what fuels me and gets me going, so I appreciate that. Also want to send a quick shout out to Edward and Donnell, who recently used my referral code to secure their cars. Hopefully you guys have received them by now and are enjoying every minute of them. Paul, I know you hit me up on email, and if any of you guys have any questions, hit me up in email, raj@teslaraj.com, with questions. Paul, I know you're waiting for it to launch in the UK to order yours. Thank you in advance for using my referral code. If you guys are looking to buy, you know where to find the referral code. It's in the description. We're not going to talk about it. But in any case, appreciate all the love and all the support. We're going to get started today. We've got a little errand to run, but while we're doing stuff, we're going to answer your questions. All right, so one of the first questions that was asked was, why and when did you think of the idea of making Tesla Raj YouTube channel? Well, funny you should ask. The Tesla Raj YouTube channel has only been around for about 4 months. Prior to that, it was just called Raj Reviews, and I was originally thinking I would just review products in general, and that was kind of something I've always wanted to do in my free time. And so after receiving my car about a year ago, I actually just picked up a print of that moment. There it is. And so after receiving my car, I thought about, the YouTube and kind of how I wanted to get back into it and start to create content. And so I decided to make a video on the floor mats that I bought for my vehicle. And it did really well. I saw calling in something not just generic on reviewing all kinds of products, but something more specific and something I'm passionate about, which is Tesla. And I only really knew that after receiving my vehicle, that I wanted to review and talk about Tesla and everything about it. And so that's where I started. And about 4 months ago, I decided to sit down with a designer and think about the logo and the colors and the font and everything. And that's how Tesla Raj began. Now, as far as myself, just a little bit about myself. I am married. I have a child, a 2-year-old, and a full-time job. The YouTube and everything of that sort is all in my free time. So, sometimes there may be delays in putting up content, but I appreciate you sticking with me and the loyalty to the channel. Okay, so another question that was asked was, will you buy me a Tesla Model 3 like yours? To be honest, I wish I could. I wish I could buy Model 3s for everyone, just so everyone stopped using gas and loved to drive in such an amazing car. Unfortunately, I barely afforded mine, and the story behind that is, rewind back to 2005, I bought my first laptop for school, and along with that I got a free iPod. It was the first time I'd ever used an Apple product, and when I got that iPod, I was just floored by how amazing of a product it was. And so come around Christmas time, my parents asked me, what do I want for Christmas? I asked them for a little bit of money to invest in Apple. Well, I held on to that till just last year. And obviously, as you know, it did very well, and that helped pay for a majority of my Model 3. Not all of it, a majority of it. Now, originally when I saw that doing well, I was going to use it to buy my dream car, a DeLorean. But a wife and kid later, DeLorean is not really the best choice of car, and so I settled on using that money to purchase my Model 3. I'm glad that I did. And now, having this vehicle and seeing how amazing of a product it is, I now have made the decision to put money into Tesla. And so now I'm a Tesla stockholder, and we'll see how it goes from here, and maybe I'll be able to use that to buy another Tesla or something of that sort. But that's how I afforded the car. I'm not a millionaire. And yeah, so it's not really about being a millionaire or having a lot of money. It's just, for me, it's making the right investment at the right time, and more importantly is believing in a product. I made that investment in Apple because I truly believed in what they were making. And fast forward to now, I made the investment into Tesla because I truly believe in what they're doing. And that's really it is. That's how I afforded my car. Let's see what else. Is the long-range Model 3 worth the money? Yes, absolutely. Range is king. You'll hear that multiple times. Many people saying the same things. And really, that's what it comes down to. I'm grateful that I actually was going to buy the standard range from the very beginning. And after 2 delays, I made the decision to spring forward the long range, and I'm extremely happy I did. My 310 is now 324, and I'm grateful for the extended range because that's something I could not get after the fact. But if price is a factor, I think the standard range is a great investment right now because you're software limited and you can unlock to get more. So I think that is a great feature right now to go ahead and get. Are you going to consider tinting the headlights? No, I don't know. I think it looks cool, but not really my thing. Do more reactions with your friends and family. I would love to. I did the one with my uncle because he was visiting from out of country. So for him, it was really something unique to see. However, here in the Bay Area, Tesla is it's like a Honda Civic. It's very common. It's nothing really special around here. So anytime I can, I do try to talk it up, but reaction videos are a little bit harder up in the Northern California, Silicon Valley, Bay Area, as you can probably imagine. All right, so taking a look at some questions off of Twitter. How much time a week do you spend creating content? How much time, if any, do you spend on growing your community? Great question. I actually set aside about 4 hours every Sunday to film and create content. It's a time that's agreed upon between my wife and I so that we know that that's time. Now, whether I have something prepared or not, the time is always there so that I can film. If not, I spend the time with the family. Editing is always done after work, weekdays, from 6 p.m. till 2 a.m. along with drop lock and other things that I am busy with. As far as engaging in the community, I've just been really lucky with you guys being really responsive, and I really appreciate that. I think that's the most important thing is quality over quantity. I could care less about the numbers. It's about you guys and being responsive and interacting through email, through Twitter, through YouTube. All of that stuff I really appreciate, and that comes from really a lot of engagement back, right? It's about putting out content that people find useful and appreciate, and that's going to get them to respond back, and that's kind of what I feel has been really helpful for me, and I appreciate that you guys actually like what I'm putting out, and so I'll continue doing that. Here's another one. If you could do anything differently, would you? Over the past year, have you learned that caused you to think, if I had only done this sooner? Absolutely. So remember, I received my car in April, and I didn't do my first video till I think it was November, and I just wish that I had done it sooner. I wish that anything and everything that I had done it sooner. I had taken the leap of faith, and I think that's the most important thing, is taking the leap of faith. Starting to do online and become a YouTuber and so forth, it's a lot of work, and not to discourage anyone, but a lot of things can hold you back. And for me, a lot of it was in the quality of my content. I set my bar very high, and there were a lot of times I filmed and I shelved everything that I filmed and I didn't put it out there because it wasn't good enough. And what I learned, and this was through just believing in yourself and putting the content out there, is that people will like your content. Just make engaging content. Make content that's useful. It doesn't matter if it's on an iPhone or an expensive camera or anything. Just put out stuff that people enjoy, and they will respond and react appropriately. And that's what a lot of times I feel that the quality of a video was not great, but a lot of you will come back and say it was amazing, and that's really what fuels me to continue going. And if you're considering doing YouTube or putting content out there, just upload. It doesn't matter. One of my favorite YouTubers, Marquez Brownlee, his YouTube channel is MKBHD. He's the Tesla owner. his content is absolutely amazing. But then again, he has spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on his equipment. Not to say that he is nothing without the equipment, but if you look at his first video, it was through a built-in camera on his laptop. The key there is just to put content out. It will grow and you will get to where you need to be. And that's, you know, I just wish I had started earlier. And somebody asked, do I have a position in Tesla? I don't work for Tesla. Like I talked about earlier, I do have stock in Tesla. Not a whole lot, just a little bit, whatever I could afford at the time. Many people play the stock market game. I'm not one of those. I invest in companies that I believe in. I believe in their CEOs and where they want to go and what they want to do and their products. And that's what drives me into doing that. Look at that. So this, if you don't know, was the gift for first day orders. It's a note from Elon, says thank you for ordering a Model 3. It was the initial mock-ups by Franz. And then I just complimented it at the bottom here with a picture of myself with my car on the first day. This is gonna make a great piece. Thank you to Michael Bodner, Tesla Tunity, who gave me this idea. I just picked up that picture. Another question is what do you have to become an influencer? I know a lot of people don't like that word influencer. I only used it because someone referred to me as an influencer. You know, in the end, all it is just, you know, helping to educate the community and doing it on a platform. So I chose YouTube. I now also communicate a lot on Twitter. If you're not following me on Twitter, please do. It's very easy for me to put out content, put out little snippets, little tidbits, things that I find quick and easy without having to make a whole video and go through the editing process. But that's really what it is, and it's just about being engaged in the content you're producing, and that's why I chose Tesla. I'm extremely engaged, extremely connected with people that are talking about it and looking at it and learning more, and that's what drives me to create the content. And you know, thus your following grows and people start respecting and appreciating the information that you're putting out because it's accurate and it's up to date and it's good, right? So if you want to be someone that people respect and appreciate the content for, it's just about, you know, doing your homework, putting out the right information, putting out the information in a fashion that doesn't become an annoyance, but more of a complimenting. But, you know, anytime you guys have something that you want to see, leave them in the comments, shoot me an email or whatever, and I'll take a look at whether I want to create something on that. But the point is not to over-communicate topics, but to keep stuff fresh, clean, and useful. So hopefully you appreciate that. Last comment here is, how do you keep your shoes so white? So I'm sure they're referring to this picture here where my shoes were extremely white. Let me show you. Okay, so these are the white shoes you're talking about. These are just Converse All-Stars. As you can see, they're not that clean. From far, they look clean, but they're not. But if you must know how I keep them clean and white, it's this product here, this one. Jason Mark. I don't know. It's a premium shoe cleaner. I read about it online. It's, I don't know. It's clean. It's natural. It's no additives or weird stuff that, you know, makes, supposed to be all natural and green too. So, yeah, check it out. That's how I keep my shoes white, since you wanted to know. In any case, hopefully this video was entertaining. I don't know, something different. I'll have some other videos coming out soon. Stay tuned, and thank you again for everyone. My Twitter following, my YouTube following, my Instagram following, even though I'm not really huge on Instagram. I don't really take the photos, I do the videos. In any case, comment down below the stuff that you want to hear, the stuff that you want to make, that you want to see me make some videos on. If there's any specific topics that you want to see. And did you guys like the little quick tips video that I posted on Twitter? That was kind of something different I was playing around with. I'm thinking about doing more of those. They're just quick 1 minute little tips and tricks that I could just drop, and they're just going to be for Twitter, not for my YouTube audience. But if you liked it, let me know. In any case, if you're not already following me on Twitter, follow me on YouTube and Instagram and so forth. And thank you guys again so much. I'm extremely grateful. I never imagined I would be at 5,000 subscribers, and now it's just continuing to grow more and more. I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. It means the world to me. I'll catch you guys next time, and remember to fuel on electricity. See ya. I almost forgot the gear. I promised I would talk about that in the very beginning of the video, and let's talk about it now. So this is the gear. You've seen me rocking it around. It is logo on the front, channel name on the back. It comes in black, white, long sleeve, short sleeve, whatever you want to get. I'll put a link to it down below. Now, all of the sales for all of the clothing, the profit that comes out of that, I will be donating to the American Diabetes Association. And part of the reason behind that is because I am a diabetic. I've been a diabetic for 15 years. It's something that I've always dealt with and I feel very strongly about, and I really am not looking to make money off of clothing. I just look for it as, if you want to support the channel or you want to support the cause for what I'm donating towards, I appreciate it in advance if you are going to pick one up, but you'll find the link down below as where you can buy the gear at. And I appreciate all the love and support, and thank you in advance. I'll catch you guys next time.